Hi kids, today we're going to make a picture of a leprechaun. Happy St. Patrick's Day. So to start, it's going to look like this when you're done, but when you start it off, it's going to look like this. You're just going to get a paper like this, okay? So when we start, we're going to start with the face, okay? And we're going to work inside where the eyes are, okay? So the first thing you're going to do is turn your paper over and put your name on the back. Okay, so we know whose are whose. And with a pencil, we're going to do his eyes first, then his nose, then his mouth, and his cheeks. Okay, and I'm going to say pause after each step to give you a minute to, or a little bit to put in each step, okay? So, first thing we're doing the eyes. So let's do 2 circles that are about the size of a dime, okay? And in the circles, you're going to do 2 little circles up in the right-hand top corner, okay? And then in the bottom corner, you're going to do a little bit of a U for the glint in the leprechaun's eyes, okay? And then with your pencil, lightly shade in around the 2 circles, okay? So there's his eyes. So go ahead and do that first. Okay, now we're going to do the nose. So the nose is a circle, or an oval I should say, okay? And then his cheeks are on either side. Another circle about the same size as the eye, or a little smaller than the eye. Okay, and to make his mouth, so go ahead and do that, okay? So now, to make his mouth, we're going to do a slanted or a diagonal line underneath his nose, and then we're going to make a U from one side that doesn't touch the other side, okay? And to make his tongue, we'll make a little curved up line inside his mouth. And again, you can just kind of shade in his mouth. I like to just make lines sometimes. Okay? So next, we're going to make his hat. So, to make his hat, we're going to make a line that goes across the top of his head. But see how it sticks out on either side? Because we're going to make his beard attach to there. Okay? So then, we're going to make a cloudy, bumpy beard, okay, that we're going to color in orange later. Alright, so we make a bump, and don't touch the face. Try to not touch his face. So I'm coming around, and I touch the other side, okay? Now I'm going to make his ears, but I'm going to give you a second to do the beard there, okay? We're going to do his ears next, and he's got little elf leprechaun ears, okay? So we'll do this one on the right side first. So he has pointy ears, so about the second bump down, even with his eyes, we're going to make it come up, make a point, and it comes down and makes the letter J back into his beard, okay? And then I like to kind of do the same thing back inside to make the inside of the ear, okay? And then you do the same thing across from that one, point, and this time it'll be a backwards J with the lines inside. So there's his ears, okay? Now this one is a little bit tough, but not a big deal. We're going to make the brim of his hat. And see how it starts next to the ear and it comes around? So we're going to do the same thing. So go to the tip of the ear, then come down a little bit, and then you're going to make like an oval that goes around that's right above the first one. It comes around and it touches the ear on the other side. So there's the brim of his hat. Okay? Now we're going to make the top of his hat. And we're going to make it where the hair, where his beard touches, we're going to go right up above the beard, in the middle of the beard. Okay? And you come up, and you come over, and you touch on the other side there. Okay? And now we're going to make, for some reason they all have belt buckles on their clothes and their hats. So we're going to make a rectangle in the middle with a rectangle inside of that. And there is the middle belt buckle. So go ahead and do that next. And again, if I've gone too fast, you can just stop and we'll rewind the video. Okay? And on either side, we're going to put 2 lines for the belt that holds the hat on. One on this side and one on this side. And mine curve a little bit down towards the edge. Okay? And then we're going to make the clover since we're up here. Now, to make the clover, all you do is you make an X. I know you know how to make an X. And off of each side, we're going to make a heart. So watch. Here's a heart shape. It goes up and down and back around. And then I turn my paper and I do the same thing again. Turn your paper because it'll be easier. Up and down and around. Then I turn my paper again. Up and down and around. And then one more right here. Up and down and around. And there's my 4-leaf clover. We're going to make 2 lines to make it touch the hat. Okay, it's hanging off of his hat. Okay, now we're going to move down to his shirt. Okay, so to make his shirt, we're going to make 2 lines on either side of where his mouth would be that come down, and they come down and they get a little wider, and they come down about a finger length. Okay, and then make a line across the bottom. Okay, so do that next. And then we're going to put the belt buckle on here. So we make another rectangle with a rectangle inside. Just like we did up on the hat. And then we're going to, again, make 2 lines on one side and 2 lines on the other. And then we're going to make a little bow tie up here. So you're going to make a circle, okay, with a bow tie shape, which is the only way I can explain it is like a dog bone. So it comes out, it's kind of like a heart too, okay? So that's that. Now we're going to make his coat. So we're going to move out here a little bit further on his beard, and it's going to come down to where this line is, and it's going to touch over here. And I do the same thing over here. So that's his coat. And now we're going to make his collar, or actually that's a lapel. It's called, say lapel, okay? All right, so we're going to make a triangle, a big triangle with a little triangle. Then on the other side, big triangle going out towards the outside, little triangle. Okay? So there's that. So next we're going to make his arms. Now his arms, they're right, make a little space from his coat, and all you're going to do is come down and round it over to the side. And do the same thing over here. Come down and round it over to the side. Okay, and to make his hand, we'll just make a line here and a line here. So there's his hands. Now you can put the fingers in if you want to. To put the fingers in, you just put a little line, 2, 3, 4 lines. 1 little and then 3 more. Little, 2, 3, 4. So there's his hand. Okay. Now to make his legs, they're going to be the width of the coat on either side. Okay. So they come down, lined. It's like a rectangle. Okay, or a square. Mine look kind of squarish, rectangle-ish. So we'll put a little line, a little bit up for his socks that we're going to color in later. Okay, and to make his shoes, we come out towards the edge and we round and come down. And then we make a flat bottom that comes back up. And I like to make a little rectangle on the bottom for the sole of the shoe. And then I'll do the same thing on this side. Okay, and then I put this little curved rectangle in to make the little shine on the shoes. Okay, now we're going to put the horizon line in. And the horizon line just starts on one side, it gets to the hand, it jumps to the other hand, and it continues off the paper. So there's where your grass is going to be, and this is where your sky is going to be. And last but not least, we're going to make our rainbow. So to make our rainbow in our corner, we make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines. So we'll start up in the corner, way up in the corner. Here's 1. Then I make my lines close to each other. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now, if you can't fit them on there, if you made them too wide, that's okay. Just make less colors in your rainbow. I just did red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Okay? And if you want to, maybe you want to put a little sun back here. You could do that if you want to. Okay? So, now, last thing you're going to do is you're going to write your name in the corner here again. And we're going to start coloring them in using this one as our guide. But if you want to make things a little different, that's fine. But traditionally, leprechauns are green because it's St. Patrick's Day. Okay? So, go ahead and color it in. Take them home today and show them to your mom and dad. So happy St. Patrick's Day. Bye-bye.